All right, let me share this.
Good evening, Central Indiana. Welcome live to Porch Time. This is JTH Construction Studio, and we have a full house of weather maniacs in here tonight. I'm just being honest with you. The majority of the Indiana Weather Network team are here in studio, and I will let Zach introduce them momentarily. They have been hanging out here going over some stuff from last year that we will get into here. Let me talk about my sponsor real quick. Get a hold of Joe at JTH Construction for all your construction needs, 765-913-8599. American Basement Solutions, Mr. Larry Ralph Sr., 1-877-409-2837. Fathom Real Estate, Teresa Messmer, 765-341-8911. Wellspring, Mr. Bob Goodrum's Group, 765-342-6661. Stids Comfort System, 765-346-0195. Trapper Tim's Nuisance Wildlife Removal and Pest Control. Man, I have so many pests I wish he could control. 1-765-913-7553. I don't think it's the pest that I'm thinking of, though. Logan's Cosmos, she will be on here a little bit later on. Logan's Cosmos, 765-318-3388. Wayman's Furniture Appliance and Mattress, 765-342-4339. The Yard Barber, Andrew Payton, 765-318-4108. Livewire, Tommy Walls Electrical Consulting, 765-792-4012. And last but certainly not least, our gals at Hometown Nutrition Martinsville. Stop by for protein shakes and boosted teas, 765-315-0738. It's good to have sponsors. Oh, look, he's over there. He's over there sporting his Indiana weather. We don't have cool sweatshirts like that. 26 people on. Did you share it to your
I
group?
sure did.
And you got like 79,000 now?
82.
Oh, 82.
Yeah.
My bad.
Give us that 3,000.
Yeah, they've been there for 3 hours too long now. No, this afternoon they've hung out in here with me, and we went over some stuff from last year. We'll get into Zach.
Sure
but
will.
before we go, you want to introduce your folks that are here with us today?
I would love to introduce my folks. So sitting right next to me is Corey Stewart. Corey he's the man.
IT
Corey's
guy?
the man. He's the IT guy. Yeah, that's it. On the next. Corey's our community outreach manager. So his job is to communicate and help us be more involved in the communities that we serve, essentially. And we've had so many good communities that have served us. So we try to return that favor. So Corey handles all that. Across from him is Casey Heckenleibel. I pronounced that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, that's right.
It's always good. He is our operations manager. So Casey's actually the second highest ranking person in the Indiana Weather Network, right underneath me. He oversees all the field operations. So every single storm spotter that we have out in the field that is out chasing and reporting the weather falls under Casey. So he's the big wig there. And then sitting right next to him is Tiffany Denise. And Tiffany is our special projects manager, or just project manager. She handles all our big special projects that we do, in which we're actually going to discuss one here shortly. And so she does a great job in that field. She's also like my little reminder person, because I always forget everything, and she remembers everything. So
She loves being on air too, doesn't she?
yeah, she absolutely loves it. Well, we got IWN in here.
I know.
This is great.
This is going to be your focal point for Southern Storms this year. If you need it, the door's open. You know that.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll be down here.
We throw that offer at you because we appreciate what you do. And we just spent the last hour or so going over last year's outbreak on March 31st.
Correct.
And you went you had some traveling to do today, didn't you?
Yeah. I mean, let's see. Just between the last couple of days, I've had what? I mean, I've traveled. I'm trying to help out with the mileage here. I've traveled to Sullivan, Indiana, interviewed some people that were affected by March 31st, including some city officials. Drove back up to Lafayette and then back down here to Martinsville today to discuss more. And
you brought donuts.
I did bring donuts. They're waiting over. That's
Corey's
that's
got
a gift.
donuts. Come on in.
That's right. Got the coffee.
Yeah, the Corey, but we're good. Yeah. Corey and coffee. You guys are well liked and respected down here for what transpired last March 31st. And anytime I said, "Hey, Zach's going to be on or coming down," everybody's like, "Oh, let me remind me because I want to hear what he's got to say."
Right.
You got to appreciate that, man. You got to love that.
Oh, I do. The people of Martinsville are just amazing.
Yeah.
They make up a very large portion of our following base. I think close to 2% of all of our followers, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it is. Indianapolis only makes up like 3%. So you guys are creeping up on them. So.
But you're Tippecanoe County, is that correct?
Yeah, I'm from Lafayette. Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
That's all right. That's the right county. Yeah, Tippecanoe County.
Yeah.
I just realized it's also University of Purdue.
Boiler up.
We'll
Yep.
get into that later.
Where's my boiler ups in the chat?
But here's my question to you guys. And two of you are from Lafayette.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
The Eclipse Final Four is Saturday.
It is. I forgot about that.
Championship game is Monday night.
It
The
is.
Eclipse.
Yeah, the night Eclipse.
So we're either going to be here watching it,
Mm-hmm.
or you're going to be driving and listening to the radio. If
I don't think I'm gonna be able to get out of this town.
No.
So I think I'll be right here watching it on TV.
we're going to need that order for pizzas and
Yeah.
drinks coming here,
yeah.
so.
It's gonna
There's
be
Seth Ringer and Mike.
Yeah.
Seth's one of the morning gurus that keep us going. He's a good dude.
Okay.
He'll be at the Eclipse with us.
Okay.
So you get to meet him. But
Great.
he works fairgrounds. So
Oh, perfect.
He's good to know.
Perfect. That's the guy we need to make friends with.
Yeah, but he lives out in a little house in the prairie area out on by Monrovia. So
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, it's been a fun go. You guys are growing rapidly,
Yeah.
and I think you owe that to you and your crew. You
Absolutely.
guys are just phenomenal people. So
Yeah, we're great people.
We do say so ourselves.
this is how it's been. Is he like this all the time?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And how many? I don't know if he drinks Red Bulls anymore. When he first started, he did.
It's
C4.
C4.
Look at that.
Yeah.
C4s. They know. Hey, if C4's watching, like a sponsorship.
Right. How many C4s does he drink when it gets bad? Like,
Several.
really? Yeah.
Especially on days like March 31st, where I'm up from about 7 in the morning until 3 in the morning. The next, you gotta have something to keep you going. I mean, it's just, I get really energized. It wakes me up. So, a lot.
Yeah.
Maybe too much.
So
He gets spicy.
I get spicy.
That's
Yeah.
what you say.
Yeah.
He's spicy nice.
Well, between the severe weather and the seriousness of that,
Right.
and then the C4s, yeah, it gets a little intense sometimes.
Yeah. So how long have you been at Indiana Weather Network, Corey?
Well, I think it's been what? This is,
Mm.
I was with you with the Storm Hunters.
Yeah, I think maybe January, February?
If not before that, maybe a little bit year before that, something like
Yeah,
that.
maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, gosh.
It was before me.
Seth just said, "You
When
tell
did
me
you-
what you need that day," and he's got us. So
I got you, Seth. Thank you.
I want to say it was right before Indiana Storm Hunter because I was doing your,
So
I was moderating your Facebook stuff.
Yeah, Facebook and Discord too.
Mhm,
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, he's been with us for over a year now. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So are you original also or no?
I'm one of the earlier ones. I joined actually 4 days before the March 31st.
Okay.
Yep.
So
Yep.
4 whole days before.
What a crazy time to join.
Welcome to the club.
Like, what did I join?
So how did he rope you into this?
She applied.
So I've been terrified of storms my whole life, and I moved to Indiana from Colorado, and I was like, I need to not be such a chicken. So I got my Skywarn certificate, and then after the direct show, I followed the Indiana Weather Network, and then in July, he posted that they were hiring, and I was like, that's a really good opportunity for me to learn and not be petrified anymore.
So you did it because you were afraid of storms.
Yeah.
That's actually, believe it or not, a lot of that's a big reason why people join and do this stuff. I joined because I was afraid of storms.
Yeah.
When I started storm
But you
chasing,
told me. I mean, we talked about this. You've been wanting to be involved with storms for a very
right,
long time.
right. I was terrified of them as a kid though,
Yeah.
and that's kind of what drove me to it. It's really weird, but yeah.
It feels like once you learn about them more, you're not as afraid. Like, I'm more afraid as a sitting duck in my house versus like out in the field.
Yeah. You can see
can
it.
see.
Yeah, you can see it.
You can
yeah.
see what's
It's a
happening.
lot different.
Yeah.
So you're more afraid in your house?
Yeah, it's weird. Like, I was at the Terre Haute storm that almost produced a tornado. That would have been my first one.
This one just passed recently?
No, when was that? In August? Something like
Yeah, I remember you sending in those photos.
Yeah. Last
I don't
year.
remember. The dates get old.
But yeah, and these guys teach me so well. So
Yeah.
I just feel more prepared, I guess is the right word. So
Well, the one thing that I appreciate about all you guys, interacting with you guys, and everybody says it, because I tell my family members first, when we first started following you guys, hey, follow these guys and see what you think. Because, as I just said a little bit ago, you guys aren't going to get it right 100% of the time. You're not going to get it right 50% of the time, probably. So many variables.
Yeah.
But it's the presentation that you guys give. It's your demeanor. It's your interaction with your people we're on there because we want to know what the heck's going on.
Right.
But as I found out something the other night, there's a vast majority of them are on there because they are scared to death.
Yeah.
And it's a panic thing.
Mm-hmm.
I was on until 2:30 in the morning that night, and majority of those people that were on there, because there wasn't a storm within 20 miles of us.
Right.
But how you doing, Melanie? They were scared. There were people scared, like physically scared. So they want to hear a reassuring voice, confident, this is what's going to happen, and here's why we think this is going to happen.
Right.
He does that well. You guys communicate in the chat well with it, and it's just, it works out. And that's what I think. In my opinion.
Especially after March 31st, a lot of people have PTSD from that day. And you're noticing it's from the communities that were impacted. Sullivan, Martinsville, McCormick's Creek area. I mean, even up near Fort Wayne and Lafayette, where those areas were hit as well. We get a lot of people from those areas that are just, even before storms are even firing. I mean, it didn't even have to be, it could just be a warm, muggy day, and people are like, "What's the weather?" Like, I don't want to get snuck up on here, you know. So, and that's fine. That's what we're here for. And I mean, I feel like I'm pretty good answering messages and comments when I can. So, we want people at Indiana Weather Network to feel like they can come to us for answers if they're not getting it from anybody else.
And like we talked earlier, you're going to have a certain percentage of people that are going to stir the pot.
Yeah.
Will say something stupid.
Yeah.
You guys do a good job of just sidestepping that and moving forward. And sometimes that's even hard for me.
Yeah. Oh, that's hard for me too. Sometimes I'm a little sarcastic in the comments. What? Who?
That's my favorite.
It's that C4 talking.
Yeah.
You can tell when I have a C4 and when I don't.
No, it's just going to have to get you a shirt that's with the C4 logo on it.
Yeah, I just need to sponsor us. Just Indiana Weather Network, We'll be official sponsor of Tornado Outbreaks in Indiana. Yep.
Yeah, I can see your own can with the twister on the side.
Yep, absolutely. We'll work on it. I'll send them an email. We'll figure it out.
Speaking of twister, I'm going to shift gears. Are you guys as pumped to see the new one coming out?
Yes.
Are you guys really?
This man right here.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Thank
The
you for keeping us
whole
informed. There you
Indiana
go.
Weather Network is going to go see it together.
Yeah, I think we're going to try.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
we're going
try.
to try to get the gang together and go out. When's it come out?
Hello,
June?
Sarah and Desi.
July.
July?
Thank you, Edith. It comes out in July.
Yeah.
See, I wasn't a big Bill Paxton fan. Helen,
Excuse me?
I'm sorry.
That's it.
In Titanic, I wasn't a Paxton fan. I loved him in Twister. Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
Actually, I didn't like him in Tombstone. Oh.
They're testing the tornado sirens outside.
That's the new porcine alarm system?
It's, yeah.
It works. Hello, Logan. Hello, Shelly. How are you? At March 31st. Oh, wow.
At the drive-in.
At Centerbrook Drive-In, right up
It's-
67 as you go out towards Mooresville.
She was at the drive-in?
No, that's where they're showing that, I think.
Well, they can't. It doesn't come out till July.
So,
they're showing the original Monster?
Melanie, are
On
you
March
talking about
31st
last
of all
year, or are you
days?
talking about this year?
If they on March 31st of all
That's
days.
not good time.
Yeah, no.
It's Easter though. I don't know if they're. That's Easter Sunday. So
Yeah, I can't see that.
yeah.
We'll see.
I think. Are you saying that you were at? If you were at the drive-in on March 31st and that tornado's coming
I
through?
can't see
Yeah.
driving being open March 31st. Even last year.
I don't remember what day it is.
Oh, sure.
I mean, it
sure.
probably was. People don't really care about the weather until
But
it's
wouldn't that be ironic?
right.
until it's on them.
Yeah.
Opening day of the drive-in is Easter, and the first movie they're going to show is Twister.
On March 31st.
I
That'd
think-
be, on the 1 year anniversary. Yeah, that's probably not a good idea.
Hopefully, sure.
Oh, pretty sure.
Oh,
no.
yeah. All right. Well,
Wow.
Okay.
Hopefully
it's not 3D.
That's my
Nice.
morning guy right there.
Yeah, it was that 3D.
We might have to be live at Centerbrook for this one.
Yeah.
That's an interesting date.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know
I didn't think
it was
it-
going to be open that early
Well,
on that Easter
yeah.
week.
We'll figure that one out. Yeah, that'd be cool.
What is the 34th a Sunday?
31st. Yeah, it's a
34th,
Sunday.
34th.
Yeah, it's Easter
I got
Sunday.
34th.
Or are you adding
It's
more
leap
dates?
year. That's next year.
He doesn't want April at all.
No. I'll have to look into that. Yeah. So you guys are all for it.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see.
He
We
says-
know how Hollywood is.
Yeah,
Right.
and
hype it
I'm
up.
very, very nervous that they are.
Okay, it's Ghostbusters.
Oh.
Okay.
That's
I got you.
That's a little different.
Yeah, a little bit.
I sleep easier now. No, I have to talk to Centerbrook people.
Yeah.
You guys do comprehend what you're doing here.
Yeah.
I like the first Twister. I'm not a big remake fan myself,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and they seem to be. They start acting right when you see Jesus coming through. Seth, you right? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I just not a big remake man. They're doing that a lot lately.
Mhm.
When I heard they were doing Roadhouse and now Twister, I was like, come on.
Yeah.
I heard about
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
Swayze myself. You can't do that.
No.
So anyway, so what's coming in the future in this area weather-wise? Can you give us a quickie?
It's really hard to tell. We're kind of watching Monday just a little. I don't think it's going to be too much of a severe weather day, but you might hear a few rumbles of thunder, maybe a pop-up here and there on Monday. We're going to monitor that pretty closely, as we always do. Other than that, we're kind of going to a pretty quiet short term where not much to be worried about. It is important to note that we are going into a switch from La Nina to El Nino. So we're going to a neutral zone. March 31st was a neutral zone in terms of climate last year. So we want to watch that very closely because that means a little bit, historically, it means uptick in tornadoes.
We don't like that.
No, especially across the Midwest. So we'll watch that closely going into the spring. It appears to not really ramp up until April, May, perhaps into June and derecho season. So we're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch it pretty closely.
I got caught in that last year.
Yeah,
Was that
me
last
The
too.
June one?
Horrible.
I was right in front of that one.
We didn't
so.
have power for like 4
Yeah,
days.
Terre Haute was out for a while.
I'm
So.
45 minutes from here, where I work.
Yeah.
And it's like 4 o'clock, and everybody's like, "It's just hitting Terre Haute."
Mm-hmm.
That's an hour and a half away.
It moves fast.
Yeah.
Very.
It met me at the light at Centerton.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is that walk like?
That is different.
I mean,
Yeah,
Are you kidding me?
yeah. They move about 80 miles an hour
Oh,
sometimes.
if
Yeah,
not quicker.
Yeah.
I
They-
keep up with it, and I
they
failed
all-
miserably.
yeah.
You got a good shelf cloud though.
Yeah,
It was a really good photo, and it was our cover photo for a long
Oh,
time.
is that that's what your cover
Yeah.
photo was?
Yeah.
That was insane.
Let's see if I can
what
pull it.
causes that?
I mean, it's a bunch of variables.
Yeah.
Typically a cold front that's just
Yeah.
pushing. Yeah. Fast moving cold front. Yeah. But a lot of other things, meteorology speaking. I'm going to try to
The
find
wind
this
was
photo.
insane, and the
Yeah.
rain was
He just-
insane.
he
Right
Wasn't
after I got
tired.
that shot, I could not even get back in my car.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
door wouldn't open. And I was
So
like,
you
okay.
took the picture?
Yeah,
This
that
is
one
it
was the
right
cover
here.
Photo. Yeah, that was.
I'll show it to the chat here in
Oh,
a
that's
second.
phenomenal. Look
Yeah.
at that.
So that's
yeah,
right
that was
there.
my shot.
right there. I feel like that was Casey's shot in the
Yeah.
black hat over there.
Yeah.
That's his shot. So,
Do you guys all storm chase?
oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Is it the adrenaline rush, or is it the fear, or a combination of?
yes.
Do you storm chase yet? Storm-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's a lot better to be
It's
out in the
so
field
better.
watching than trusting some guy behind a social media page while you're sitting
Yeah,
home.
honestly, it is.
Yeah.
And the sad
Hello,
part is I
Brad.
still follow him.
I feel more comfortable here listening to the guy out there chasing it.
That's why they're out there.
Behind my camera. And I'm like, Zach, where we at? Go ahead and break my heart if you have to make it day two.
Are we done with- Unlikely.
Tell
I'm
me,
just-
tell me
I'm-
what you told me earlier.
Listen, I'm not a climatologist, but I am a Hoosier, and I have seen this several times. We go into a really warm up period. It's really nice. Everybody's like, yeah, it's spring. April snow. It happens every year. So I would say no. I'd say we're probably going to get one, at most two more shots of cold air and maybe some snow involved at some point.
Boy.
Remember March 31st last year, got hit by tornadoes. April 5th, we were worried about it again. Like April 7th, 8th, it was snowing.
Yeah.
So very weird weather happens in India. So I would say no. I think we still got an opportunity for some freezing.
One or
April
two
5th
more.
was actually a severe day, too.
But
April 5th was also a severe day.
yeah, that's what I said. Yeah,
I want
April
more
5th,
snow.
and I mean it's just one more snow. Well,
No, mom.
may God be in your favor.
It's my mom.
Oh, that's your mom.
That's your mom. Hi, mom.
Life is a sick joke, right? I want mushroom season and hard-boiled eggs without frozen one on the ground. So that's Easter and mushroom season shortly thereafter. So, but do you enjoy it?
Yeah, so I don't know. It just feels really good to be out there. The other day when the storms were coming through Terre Haute, I actually panicked. I was like, I would much rather be out there
Mhm.
where you can see what's coming because it just feels so much worse.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to be on the highway.
I
But are
see.
you driving or are you riding with one of these guys?
No, I go by myself.
Pretty much all go.
That's
around
all.
the time.
All of our storm chasers are typically
Solo?
solo. Yeah.
Were you solo the other night?
No,
No.
I was with a crew. But
Oh,
No, the rest of us go outside.
no.
not to see formal Bill.
Not
I say if you were, heck, you should have come by. I would have drove with you to Bloomington.
We drove
back.
right past. Actually, we drove through Martinsville.
Yeah,
on the way home.
67.
So yeah.
Yeah,
hmm
it's crazy.
Yep.
Well, I
But-
wanted to get you guys in here. I know you had to stop by. You want to do the documentary a little bit.
Yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit too if you want.
Yeah, if you
Just
want.
kind of.
Tell people what you did and what
Yeah.
you got going on there.
I think this is the first time we've ever actually made a public announcement about.
Mhm.
You kind of did a slight one
Did
when you interviewed here last time.
Oh,
but
okay.
You didn't
Has
talk
to be
about it
more of a
much.
formal.
Yeah, let's be more
we are
formal.
launching a documentary. It's going to release, well, right now, pending release, March 31st. That is weather pending, of course. We have a weird freak tornado outbreak again on March 31st. That takes priority.
We're watching Ghostbusters on March 3rd.
Yeah, go see the drive-in.
Talk
No,
to the freeze.
we're releasing a documentary. Everything's pretty much been filmed. We'll have some city officials from the Sullivan, Indiana area, including the mayor, council people, EMA director, a few survivors have incredible stories how they survived this tornado. They're all going to be on the documentary. Yourself, Kevin, is going to be on the documentary. So it's pretty much going to go over just a 1 year anniversary video of.
Will I get royalties as this rolls on?
No,
Wow, man.
yeah, maybe.
Didn't read it.
No, your royalties is us in studio.
We can bring donuts.
Yeah, there you go. Documentary donuts.
Speaking of donuts, we were looking at donuts earlier. But
Mm-hmm.
anyway,
But no, it's just pretty much a 1 year anniversary. It's just going to be a storyteller. People are going to be able to see, hear stories of those who not only had to coordinate the recovery efforts, but also had to dig themselves out of rubble.
some of the stories you told off air are incredible.
Yeah,
Amazing.
yeah. We're not going to do any spoiler alerts.
Nope. Not going to do it.
Yeah, they're incredible stories. I mean, unbelievable. Like, how did you survive this tornado stories? So, looking forward to sharing that with everybody. And so,
But some of the people may not know what all you guys put forth an effort to help the people of Sullivan too. Also,
yes,
You guys-
yeah, we did. Yeah, I mean, we kind of kept that. You know, we don't like
You
to,
did-
you know, there's
low-keyed
nothing.
it.
We low keyed it. Yeah. We did a shirt drive for Sullivan. I think immediately after. I mean, I think I had that store up and going like 2-3 days later.
A week later, you were
Very quick. And we had Sullivan. What was it?
Sullivan Strong.
Sullivan Strong shirts. And I mean, they sold pretty well. And we donated the proceeds. At the time, we weren't Indiana Weather Network. We were a different organization name, but
same group of folks. So.
same group of people. Yep. So we.
When during the documentary you asked me and I said Indiana Weather Network, I was like, in my mind, I was like, that's not who they were
Yeah.
when it happened.
That's why I
Right.
took off the sweatshirt. Still got the
Yeah. He's got the original
Yeah, he's
logo.
wearing the
So.
original shirt, and then I got the.
Oh yeah, underneath. Yeah. Blood.
There you go. Yeah, we have storm hunters. I love
I
it.
got that one there.
Yeah, that's the original logo. For those who started following us at Indiana Storm Hunters, that's what it looked like.
That
And
was
we
awesome.
switched Indiana
Yeah.
Weather Network, and that's where we are now. But yeah,
And we're still storm hunters. So.
yeah, we
Yeah.
call ourselves Storm Hunters still. So that name never went away. But yeah, we did. We did. And I actually brought this up with the mayor. I said, you know, it really that whole March 31st event drove us into, you know, preparing for this type of disasters, and we kind of just are standby for that, you know.
Right.
And you know, there's a donation tab on our website, on our link tree that people can donate to. That all goes to tornado relief efforts. We understand we haven't had one in a while, but it's inevitable. It'll happen again. So if you want to donate $1, $2, $500, whatever, donate to that link. Please don't donate $500. That's crazy.
You can donate that to porch time. We don't mind.
But yeah,
donuts.
it's also
donuts. Yeah.
it's also there for when tornadoes actually happen.
Right.
That's why it's there for. But yeah, we're all ready for that. I mean, it's inevitable. It'll happen again. So.
That's the sad thing.
Yeah.
You know it's going to happen again,
Mm-hmm.
but it's people like you and your group that keep sounding alarm, sound alarm, sound alarm. And I've said it 1,000 times. Hope you guys are wrong 100% of the time, but unfortunately you're not, and that's why you got to stay prepared.
Right.
Simple stuff, just like the snowstorm we had here, that crippled
Yeah.
Martinsville.
Yeah.
And people are like, I'd already took my blankets out and went. You keep your blanket, at least
Yep.
March 15th is just or May 15th is like the last normal freeze.
Correct.
Average, right around
Average.
there.
Yeah.
keep your flashlights, your gloves, your hat, and your blankets in your car. Because there's people that sat along I-69 for 5 and 6 hours.
I remember that. Yeah.
That was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But it gave us a snapshot of what the eclipse day could look like.
Mm-hmm.
Because the interstate was blocked.
Yeah.
The back roads that we all know from running around as kids drinking and running crazy.
Yeah. What was that?
The beer runs, they were all black. Yeah, Wes Knox Construction says no more storms.
Yeah.
But they were all blocked. No one was going anywhere.
Right.
Because of 4 inches of snow, 5 inches of snow. So it's going to get interesting to see what happens on the eclipse day.
Yeah. That's why I'm coming to town a little early.
Yeah. You guys be down Friday night, Saturday?
I don't know yet. I might be down. I'll probably be down Saturday. Just because I know people are really going to be coming in on Saturday. And so it's going to be kind of a pain to get into.
Mooresville's got a lot of stuff going on. I had a group in here called the Mooresville 200 just a few nights ago. They have stuff scheduled. Better be careful, Kev. They'll switch your character. I want the Brad Pitt, though. We discussed this. They've got concerts and everything going on Saturday. We've got one here. They got Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So there's going to be a lot of stuff to do. But last check was Homeland Security said 125,000 people now are expected.
Yeah, that's a lot of people. How many people do you have in county right now?
I think we've got 15,000 in Martinsville and roughly 13,000 in Mooresville.
And you're expecting 125,000.
Yeah,
that
I
is
don't know the
insane.
exact number, but you're going to quadruple everything.
Yeah,
and then times it by 10.
Wow.
If somebody's on to give me that number, I'd be curious what our actual county population is. 15,000 maybe.
Mm-hmm. I feel like it's more than that.
14,000,
maybe
16,000. I don't know. Mooresville, Martinsville,
I feel like it's more than that.
Yes, 20,000.
Lafayette's a little bit bigger, but Lafayette has like 120,000 people in the county.
It's a big county.
It is a big county. Yeah, but
big city too. We don't have the two cities you drive through are it. You've got Paragon, Eminence, Monrovia. That's it. Okay. They're a handful of folks in those communities, and the rest of Martinsville. Okay. 70. Well, there you go. 70,000 county.
I feel like that. Yeah, that's about right. There should be more people than that. That's still 125,000. You're still.
Martinsville alone has 12,000. So.
Yeah, 12,000 here, and I think
72
roughly the same thing
in the county.
I think Seth's just making numbers up.
Maybe.
No, it's
a code.
It's code. It's code for he wants chocolate milk, which he's never drank, and we're going to make him drink some.
Never drink chocolate milk. That's crazy.
We went over this Monday on Coffee with Kevin. The guy doesn't drink chocolate milk, and there's a lot of food he hasn't eaten. We're going to cover that at the eclipse. Trust me. We're gonna break his habits.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
So you can't go wrong with chocolate milk.
No.
So yeah, we're gonna have fun that day. You guys will be in town. Mm-hmm. We'll be at the fairgrounds. People can come hang out with us. Now you got glasses. What are you doing there?
I have glasses for Indiana Weather Network.
So you got 5 glasses.
I have a pack of 25, which I got for a reasonable price. So I haven't decided what I'm gonna do yet. I don't know if I'm gonna buy more
or thumb wrestle or something.
Yeah. You got mud wrestling. Yeah.
See how many C4s you can buy the cow barn with mud and water.
Yeah. Some of them will be kept for like people who win like a prize or something. I don't know.
Contest we decide to do.
Whatever we figure out.
Trivia or whatever.
Yeah. Trivia would be a good one. Yeah. I'll ask some very difficult questions though.
Chocolate milk. Yeah, I'm sure they'll be difficult.
Yeah.
That's like me in the mornings asking trivia questions. So. Well, guys, it's been an honor to have you guys down here today. I'm glad to finally put a face behind the name on a lot of you. I know he's a joy to work with, but I know he can. I'm sure he can.
I would never say anything about anything.
No, you guys have too much fun. And honestly, in this day and age of social media, and how you doing, Ruth? How news, and I'll just say this, Twitter to me, or X, whatever it is still the number one news source on the planet, because I can pick up my phone and go, something's going on at Chicago, and I'm right there, and I can type it out and have factual stuff, and it's across the globe instantly. And that's how weather is now.
Yeah.
You guys are sitting there, and instantly you can relay it to people. You don't have to interrupt your program or say, we got the news coming up the top of the hour.
Yep.
Boom, you guys are here right now. And that's the way That's the good side of social media.
Yep.
And you guys can send it to me and send it to anybody else, and it's across central Indiana and the whole state of Indiana within minutes of something going on.
Yep.
That's how you save lives on tornadoes coming through Sutherland. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So,
Social media has its goods and its bads.
Mhm.
Yes,
that's
it
for
does.
sure.
Yeah.
We try to use it for good.
right.
Try.
Sometimes we
Yeah.
sometimes we fall short. So anyway, don't forget to drink your C4 and your chocolate milk, kids, and
Mm-hmm.
Eat your donuts.
each. That's right. So you
I'm taking one of those home with me.
yeah, bro.
They weren't
We
opened.
might have to fight over 'em.
Yeah.
You guys will be back April 6th, 7th, or 8th, somewhere around there. Hopefully we won't have to see you for any reasons anytime between now and then.
Hopefully not. Hopefully you don't have to see my face at all.
Right. If I don't get
live
it,
streams happen.
I know. Not that I don't like communicating with you. I don't like to get those texts at 9:30 in the morning. Hey, you got to watch out today. Then I'm like, oh boy, this is going to be a long one. So, got anything else you guys want to add? Any of you?
I think I'm
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks
You're
for having
very
us.
Yeah.
You're real welcome. You shocked me that you're a chaser too. I didn't. I think you're just part of the group, and you had a function, but you're a chaser.
Every
Is that- I was
single
gonna say, is that a prerequisite?
every single staff member has to be a chaser.
No.
It has to be certified too.
Now, before we go, you guys are always looking for help.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you apply to you guys,
Yep.
sponsors.
If we have rules because that's just how we are. We have to be professional. We have to look professional, act professional. So, storm spotter certificates. If you have your storm spotter certificate through the National Weather Service, that's what we look for. First thing I open, if I see an application that says yes for storm spotter, I'm probably emailing you as long as you don't have like a crazy background, which we've had several times.
This guy from Porch Time once in. No.
Yeah. So if you have your qualifications, we want you. So we could, the more the merrier. So
Sponsors? Got that started
no
yet?
sponsors.
Not yet?
Not yet. No. I'm on the fence
Yeah.
because I like where Indiana Weather Network is, and I don't want too much of it to look like we're out for money,
I understand.
because that's not what we do. We're out for public safety.
Save lives.
Public safety, save lives.
Yeah, but
and-
you got to fund your stuff somehow. You know what I
And
mean?
what we do, we have ways. Facebook pays us for our content enough where these guys can get paychecks for going out and doing what they do. So we get enough there. That's why we haven't dug into the sponsorships yet.
Right.
So if we ever host an event or something that's different,
I understand.
I'm pretty comfortable where IWN is, and our image to the public is good right now. So
Good deal. And is there any chance we're going to get you guys down here for the golf tournament after the eclipse, into the month?
we're gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind coming down here at least observing and being someone that you can ask questions about weather, especially if there's severe weather coming in.
Hang out
Yeah.
with us all day down
Yeah,
there.
we'll come down.
I don't play that day. We have so much going on.
Yeah.
You can only imagine.
Yeah, I'll be down there at least in a relaxed capacity. I might not play. I will be wearing IWN gear, so people can find me.
I'll probably try to make it myself.
Yeah, and I'm sure Corey will try to come over, and yeah, we'll be there. I don't have
good
anything
stuff.
going on that weekend, so.
Well, guys, thank you so much. And ladies, thank you so much for coming in. Appreciate all you do for us. Guys, thanks for tuning in tonight. I'll be back on in a little bit. Got a new show tonight. My daughter, Logan, she's a book reader, and she wanted to start a book club kind of deal, and she's going to try a new show called Shelf Life with Logan. It's the old self-care, mental health care by reading and stuff, and she's going to go over that and have some fun with it. So I'll be back on here in about an hour to get her started. Her show, I'm not involved. So, guys, appreciate it. Love you guys. We will see you a little bit later tonight.